Hello everyone and welcome to our next episode of Raven Creek Park here in Planet Zoo. And if you expect a new animal today, then I'm sorry to disappoint you, but today it is all about building the main structure, the main building of this little region of our park, the main house, so to say. And before we start to talk about these and that, I have to tell two things that are quite important. However, depending on how you look at it. The first thing is this entrance building, this whole main building is, the inspiration for it is Akron Zoo's entrance building. And very amazing zoo in the US, and his zoo their entrance building came into my mind when researching and when looking up inspiration for this area. And now that I said it, you are thinking to yourself, wait a minute, didn't Leaf also build a Wetlands Zoo called the Boggy Bottom Zoo? And didn't he also, used Akron's entrance building as its zoo entrance, as its main building? So does it mean, Patcher stole his idea? You stole his zoo idea, his building idea? And to this I have to say, yes and no. Well, yes, but actually no. Yes, his zoo, Boggy Bottom Zoo, is an awesome creation, awesome zoo. I will leave a link to it down in the description. But yes, for his zoo, Leaf also uses Akron Zoo's entrance as its zoo entrance. And of course, yes, it's also a wetlands zoo. But no, I didn't basically copied his zoo, and it's also a little bit funny because I didn't even knew he also made Akron's Zoo his zoo entrance before I already started planning on this idea and researching. So I was a little bit worried when I saw this, because I was afraid he or someone would say that I just copied him or stole this idea. So if someone tells you that I stole this idea, you can tell them no, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that we both went for the same zoo. And yeah, so also if you are watching, I'm sorry, but yeah, I really didn't mean to steal your idea. It just happened that we both choose the same zoo because, hey, let's face it, it's an awesome entrance building. It really looks amazing. And don't you wonder that you see my stream header at the moment on the screen? The first part of this video we recorded in last Friday's live stream on Twitch, and at some point I accidentally switched to the wrong screen, and normally I deactivate all these informations for when I record also for YouTube, but this time I forgot it. But it will not stay there for too much longer, so don't you worry. The second thing we have to talk about, and you may already saw this in the title of this video. If you remember, if you watched the last episode where we built for the platypus, I told you guys that there will be one more episode to this whole wetlands area, and then we have the big tour. We move on back to the forest area with the grizzly bears, yada yada, you know. So basically it was planned to have one episode where we do all the bits and things here and there, build the building, do the planting and everything. Well, as it turns out, and as I saw and quickly realized while building this, this main building, was that it took longer than I anticipated. And even when I speed up this video to 6 times its normal speed, so this is already 6 times faster than normal play. As you see, it still takes around 18 minutes for just this main building and the otter building in the background to not even be decorated, just the main structures. I could have cut it a lot more here and there maybe, but I usually try to give you as much of the building experience, as much of the building things and stuff as I can, so that you maybe can also follow what I do and maybe even recreate certain things. If you want to do that, you can always build along. So I always design these videos so to be as easily followable as it can be. So yeah, as I saw how long this video would be, I decided to split it into 2 parts. So the first video that we are here now, it's just the main structure, it's all the main constructions, all the rooftops, all the pillars and everything, the floor and all that stuff. And next episode will be all the planting, decoration inside this building, and also some some other smaller buildings here and there throughout the exhibits, some roofing and weather protection for the guests while they watch outside, and some such things, and also the flower beds and everything like that. So this episode only main structure. Next episode, hopefully in a shorter video, all the stuff that is missing. And if the next video isn't too long, so if it's still a reasonable amount of time, we will also do the grand tour in the next video, in the second part video. If the video gets too long because I have spent too much time on building stuff here and there, then I will do an extra video in the same week as the next video drops. So in the same week as the second part drops, I will do another video which will only be the tour of this area, so you guys get a full experience of this area and all the animals and all from the Wetlands DLC, at least most of them. So the plan is next video next week to conclude it next week, the second video with all the decoration stuff. If it's not too long, I will do the tour in this same video. If it's too long, same week you get a second video with the tour. So yeah, this is the plan for now. And so these are the 2 points I wanted to talk about. And we already talked for 7 minutes, so quite a lot. So I didn't steal Leaf's idea, and this video will be a 2-parter, so that I can give everything the time it needs. Right. So another thing I think let's talk about is what is the plan for this big entrance, for this big main hall, as there are no animal exhibits in it, because they're all in the sides or at the end of it. And the plan for are 2 things actually. Once it's kind of like a research learning building. So of course this whole area is themed around protecting wetlands, why wetlands are important. So this main structure, main building would be or will be about teaching children and of course adults why wetlands are important. So we have maybe some information boards there, maybe even some smaller exhibits for reptiles and such. I even plan maybe to build a small aviary with tropical birds in there, if I can get it to work. And otherwise, a lot of information material about why wetlands are important, why they have to be saved, and why our world doesn't work with them. And as you will later see, or see now actually, this building has 2 stories, so it's it has an additional story level basically on top, which also serves 2 purposes. For once, it's our connection to the, as I said in the Cayman video, upper level of the Cayman house, tropical South American house, would be like a classroom, like a meeting room or something like that. So this serves as a connection to this meeting room so that people can get there. But also because there's quite a lot of space and quite a lot of free of empty walls there. My idea was to convert this upper floor of the building into a gallery, an art gallery. So a place where artists and other creative people could show their creations, and maybe there's a bigger space in the back, so we could have smaller concerts there. And usually the walls will be lined with art from artists that could change throughout the year, most likely local artists that get supported here. Some could have some festivals there, some art festivals. And I actually I have some art that I will portray there. You will see it in the next episode. There you will see what art I got from, and I will talk then about where I made these art pieces, so to say. But yeah, the second floor would be an art gallery, and I think this also fits. And we would only show art that is fitting to a zoo theme, or like here, like a wetlands theme, nature theme. To have a stronger message on the support, that we support this, say. And yeah, this I think is the most and the most important things that needed to be said. And I can also say that I really enjoyed building these, especially the rooftop with these construction. I don't know what you call it in English. These supports for the roof were really fun, because I like to work with these wooden these wooden pillars, I suppose you can call them. And in the end it was just copying around, so making one perfect fitting model and then just copying it over and over again, and it just fit together nice and perfect. One thing I had to do was I had to make it narrow, smaller, the whole building, because before it was quite wide, but then I noticed that it doesn't work with the layout of Akron Zoo's entrance, and so I had to basically reduce its size quite a bit, so it fits better with the doors and everything. But in the end I also think this is to the better, because if it would be wider it would have looked even more empty and open, and less light would have come in. I already have a little bit of a problem with the light in here because of how the sun is set up, but it's hard to change the whole layout or the whole building, because we also have the mountain in the background. So this kind of said how I have to position this building. Another thing that I just remembered, there will not be a showcase at the end of this episode, so there will no real-time part at the end, because simply I show you the thing when it's completely finished. So if next week's episode doesn't have the full tour, then next week's episode will definitely have at least a showcase of this building. If it has the tour, then of course this is also included in the showcase of the whole area. So I will show you the whole building in its entirety once it's fully finished. So at the end of this video we go straight into the into the goodbye screen, or you want to call it, and then the video is over. But I think that's totally fine, because sometimes it's okay if I just talked enough basically. And speaking of talking enough, I think I will leave you now to some music until the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed my little talk and my little mumbling about everything, and I hope it wasn't too annoying to you guys. I'm always happy about comments and suggestions what I could do better. As always, you know that. Let me know in the comments or on my Discord. The link is also in the description. What I could do better, what I could improve, or what you like to see in this Zoom. Maybe I'm always open for ideas, and I say I can't promise if I can make them true, but I'm always open to them. So if you have some ideas you want to see, maybe let me know. Also for tips and tricks, of course. If you want to know some new tricks and tips about certain mechanics of this game, let me know in the comments, let me know on Discord. And until then, I will leave you now to the rest of the video with some nice music, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I see you next week with the second part of this building. So goodbye everyone, have a great time, stay safe, and as always remember, you are awesome and you always matter to someone. So don't feel dragged down in your life. Always stay positive. Goodbye everyone, and have a great time. Bye bye.